Namaste and welcome back once again to Wednesday Wisdom, where we are covering the 51 qualities, 51 excellent qualities of a great leader or a Swami. In Arthashastra, Acharya Kautilya or Acharya Chanakya has given 51 excellences of a great leader, of a true leader, out of which at Wednesday Wisdom we have already covered 41. Today we go through the 42nd, 43rd and 44th quality of a great leader. Talking of leadership and managing an organization, it's obvious that we will have competition, we will have opponents outside the organization. In many of the ancient Indian texts, there is a mention of a term called a Shadgunya. That is how to handle the conflict arising with the external opponents or competitors. The Shadgunya are the 6 traits or the 6 different ways in which we can manage an external conflict. Out of those 6, the first one, the foremost one and the most critical one is called Sandhi, which to a large extent can be translated as negotiation. In English or in modern day context, it can be translated as negotiation. Today's 3 traits will be dealing with negotiation or the negotiating qualities of a leader. Let's start the negotiating qualities, or let's start the 3 traits with the first one, which is called SandhiVikram. SandhiVikram basically means someone who is very good at negotiation, someone who understands the difference between a treaty, a negotiation, agreement and a war. Not just in terms of its output, but also in terms of its input. War or a direct confrontation will always require a lot of resources, a lot of time and a lot of efforts. A good leader understands that going into that kind of a territory will not only damage the existing relationship but may also influence the future relationships. So a good leader, a true Swami, always figures out a way to go for a negotiation, to go for a Sandhi. He is one whose first hunch or the first response to any conflict is always dialogue. Someone who is a Vikram when it comes to Sandhi, SandhiVikram. Second, Tyag, Sayyampan. The moment we talk of Sandhi or negotiation, the image that comes to our mind is of a person who is being mild or ready to talk because he is weak. That's not the case. When we enter into negotiation, it means we want to keep things which belong to us, or we want to get the maximum out of it for our people, for our organization. So, Tyag Sayampana is the quality of a leader to understand that during a negotiation, which are the things that he can give to the opponent and where he can never compromise, or which are the things which he needs to hold on. So, what to put at stake during a negotiation and what to never put at stake during a negotiation, the leader should always be aware of it. Third, Parchhidr Vibhaagau. Before we enter into a negotiation, or before any leader enter into the process of a negotiation, he or she should be absolutely thorough with the existence, with the working, with the strength and the weakness of the opponent. Why? Because only when we are sure about what the opponent is looking for, where are the weaknesses, then only we can leverage it for ourselves. So here Parchhidr Vibhaagau means to figure out where are the loopholes, which are the loopholes in the opponent's organization or in the opponent's camp, and then to make maximum use of it. Parchhidr Vibhaagau. So negotiation is not, we can say it's not very different from a war. It requires a lot of preparation, but yes, it involves or it utilizes, it exploits far less resources as compared to an actual confrontation. I was thinking of an analogy to come up to explain these three qualities, these three traits related to negotiation. Let's look at a river. The river has this amazing or natural ability to flow through a mountain, no? And then through the plains, and then finally reaches the ocean. The first one, SandhiVikram. During the course of the river, it knows where to turn left, where to turn right, so it very smoothly negotiates the turns and very smoothly negotiates the hurdles that comes in front of it. It's very similar to a leader when he is entering into a negotiation, when he or she is facing a conflict situation arising out of the organization. So the ability of the river to maneuver through the hurdles very smoothly is SandhiVikram. Then Tyag Sayyampan. The river knows that when it is coming down the hill, it has a lot of force, and now it can take a lot of sediments or silt with it. When it comes to a plain region, it deposits it, it gives up. So the river knows when to take, from where to take, and where to deposit or which to give. Very similar to Tyag Sayyampan. The third one, the river during its course, when it faces a big hurdle, it never tries to throw it away at one go. It figures out where are the cracks, where are the crevices, where are the loopholes, enters inside it very smoothly, very gently, and over the period of time, it breaks open that huge obstacle which was lying in front of it. Very similar to Parchhidr Vibhaagau. So remember the river and look at the river, understand how it negotiates through its journey from the mountains till the ocean. So this is Wednesday Wisdoms, this edition of Swami Sampath. We still have 7 excellences left in Swami Sampath and hope you are enjoying it and you're learning from it. Thank you. Namaste.